Hello everybody, my name is Connor and we are here with Yellow Green Law versus Red Green Smoker. Before we get too deep into this game, a couple of house cleaning, housekeeping if you will. We did forget the plus 1000 on Smoker's ability. This is about the second time my opponent has played his Smoker deck and I just forgot. I haven't played Smoker against Smoker or with Smoker in a while, so little bit of misplaying there, so sorry about that. And now, time for my shameless plugs, guys. If you want to support the channel, best way to do that is to go grab a playmat or commission one at 1000noble.com. We do have 4 new designs that just hit the shop. Here's some pictures of them. So if you're interested in one of those, 1000noble.com. Or if you don't need a playmat and want to support the channel, feel free to join the YouTube membership. You guys get access to videos early. You get your name in the probably in the said in the intro as well as listed at the end. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to support the channel, a great way to do that. But hopping into the game, my opponent is going to search with Virgo top 5 for a Navy or Punk Hazard type character. He is going to take the Monet. I know it's a little bit off screen there, but take the Monet and pass to us. We're going to be at 2 Dawn, and our opening hand is almost perfect. I think if we had a Searcher, it would be a little better, but Carmel is a really good alternative if I don't have a Searcher, excuse me, and it's going to let us get to our 5 cost for leader ability sooner. So 3 for TCG. He's going to go ahead and swing 5 in a second here. Yep, 5. And we're just going to take that, getting the Bonnie, which is perfect because that's going to set us up to leader ability this turn. Really didn't have a way to do that until we got that Bonnie off of our life. So Bonnie going to come down, getting a Bonnie off of our life, and we are going to put, I think, Cavendish. Yeah, Cavendish up top there. 6, or attaching the extra Dawn to lead. Going to bounce, play out Cavendish, and restand 2. I was tempted to attach all the Dawn and swing, which is part of the reason why I did that, but I decided that I did want to tap that Dawn for Carmel. The 6K is going to hit, and we are going to draw into our 3rd bounce Law. Kind of thinking about dropping them down to 2, just because they are bricks, and I probably don't use them as well as I should. I also only have 2 alt arts, so, you know, less pretty. So my opponent is going to go ahead and play Isho leader ability. Going to rest the Cavendish and the Bonnie, and definitely has me worried to rest my blocker so early, especially because I've already played relatively aggressively and taken 2 life. But gonna restand some Dawn. Gonna swing 5 or 4 at the Bonnie, and I'm just gonna let her go. Swinging with Tashigi just to try and clear board. Now he can go 6 into Cavendish and try and clear Cavendish, but I will counter that out. I think Cavendish is really important to have on board, especially if we get 2 Cavendishes. I think bouncing Cavendishes is a really valuable thing that this deck can do. So if he does swing into Cavendish, I am going to save it. I think saving it is because the highest he can swing is 6. So yeah, just giving a 1K there I think is all the while worth it. Trying to decide between Carmel and the Bonnie, and yeah, I'm gonna give him the Bonnie there for 1. Carmel I want to keep in my hand because I can just bounce, just bounce her back and continue to get card draw. And there I get my 1 alt art Luffy Searcher. Love that card. I feel like I see the alt art a lot, which is great because when you have 1 of, you either see it all the time or you never see it. So trying to figure out what exactly I want to do here. We're not yet at 7 Dawn, so unable to heal. So I think our goal is just to stay alive here. In that case, we are thinking about taking Bonnie, but thinking about the Capone because he is a 2K. Yeah, I think taking the Capone is a pretty good choice there, I feel. And with I think 5 Dawn left, we are going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead, play Bounce Law, bounce Carmel back to our hand, and play Carmel out to draw again, drawing into another Luffy Searcher. We'll go ahead, go 6 into Tashigi, restanding to Dawn. And we have the option to play down another Searcher, potentially even another caramel if we want, and yeah, a couple of good options I think here. Sorry, I haven't had my caffeine this morning, and I feel like you can really tell. Or if we really want, we could use Zeus, but they are going to go ahead and counter out, so I think we just go 7 into TCG. I want them gone. Very good card in green, and yeah, just removing them I think is worth it. We're going to go ahead, leader ability, reveal the Zeus, and leave it there. Just bounce that counter back to our hand, basically. And, you know, pretty card in hand is always a feels good moment. But with the Isho on field, Isho not a Navy card I'm super familiar with. But I know it is pretty good with the ability to rest. I feel like the Green Navy package is getting a lot better, which makes me wonder about the old Isho leader. Speaking of green, not Navy, but the Hody Jones is going to come down, resting my blocker as well as my caramel. Yeah, a little worried about that. Blocker, pretty good. He's going to go ahead, 1 into caramel. I'll let her go. We have another one in hand, but my opponent definitely sick of seeing caramel after I've bounced her a couple times already. Just look how fat my hand is. Honestly, this deck is so much fun. He's going to go ahead, go 8. I think into life here, and into Cavendish, I guess. We'll 2k, 1k, and then we have enough cards to... Yep, okay, so 6 into Law, we'll go ahead, counter out, 7 into life, and I'll go ahead and take that, knowing I'm going to heal next turn. And I can do I think I can do some cheeky stuff with the Zeus in my hand, but yeah. Draw for turn. We're going to go ahead and play down Law. Trying to decide what exactly I want to put up top. I'm going to put Bounce Law up top. I don't think I'm really looking to play the leader ability here, but we'll go 6 into Isho, trying to get that card off the field. He'll give us a 1k. I'll go 7 into, I believe, Isho. Just really trying to clear board. And then 2, you guys know what 2 Dawn Up means. It means caramel moment, dude. I love that card. It's so good. And it's so funny how it's just some random bulk card from, what, 04? And now it's like in the deck. I don't know. It's part of the reason I hoard my cards, guys. I don't know if you guys are similar. I get playsets of every card because I'm like, what if it's good one day? And, you know, here it paid off. It paid off okay. I don't think Garvel was ever expensive, but I know during pre-release, the 2-cost Katakuri was up at like $7, which is crazy. He's dropped back down, I think, but anyway, 2 for the blocker Scotch coming out. Pretty good little chump blocker, honestly. And I was running Hodies in my Law list, but I did take them out. Hodie's pretty good, though. I know if y'all are longtime fans, you know that I'm a fan of Kyle Gasly's videos. He does a lot of really good Law stuff, and he did just make a video with a new Law list, including some cards from the Bonnie starter deck that has Hodie in it. So I'm thinking about it just because it's a really good way to shut down like blue, purple. But my opponent's gonna actually go ahead and play, I think that's an event card from OP10, I think. Yeah, we're in 11, so I will put a picture of it up here. It's got a pretty long name. Just pops a 5 cost, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The 6 swing gonna come in. We're gonna go ahead and give them the X Drake for 2k. Another 2k with that Zeus with another 6. The 8, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and getting that Bounce Law we knew was there. And passing turn to us, we're gonna see a Bonnie Searcher. Bonnie Searcher might be a really good thing to play here. Unfortunately, we don't have Cavendish on the field to kind of let us abuse Dawn anymore. So might be a good idea to search Bonnie first, but you know, always tempted to heal there. So the 9 swing, I'm thinking about swinging 9. I think I swing 9 into lead there, and yep, he is gonna go ahead and take that. I'll play 7, attach the rest to Dawn, and we're gonna put the Bonnie up top in our life. Pretty decent choice, I think. Bouncing Caramel back to our hand, playing out Bonnie. I will go ahead and freeze Hody Jones, keep keep him there. I'm going to go ahead tap 2 for Caramel, drawing into another Bonnie, and we'll go 7 into Isho, just trying to get him gone. And my opponent did think that TCG was protection against any removal, and so he tried to rest her, and I was like, oh no, it's an effect, man. And he was like, oh, and I was like, I mean, you got Scotch, you can just block. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So a little scary being this low. We do have our blocker law still on the field, and I know I mentioned it in another video. I think I save blockers for too long. I know I go through like phases where like I feel like I am not blocking enough, and I just like let my blockers rot on field. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe I could have blocked out of something by now. I'm also kind of bad at remembering that I can block 5k attacks with like higher blockers. Remembering that now, so but yeah, looks like Scotch is gonna come down. Then leader ability I think is gonna let him restand to Dawn. And let's see, trying to figure out how many cards I have in hand. I have about 5 in hand by the looks of it. I mean, Caramel really putting the work in this game, if you ask me. He doesn't know that two of my 5 cards are bricks, but yeah, trying to decide how best to go about this, because he has a full board, but it's really not as full as you would hope. But with 2 9k laws on field, we are looking really good. He's going to swing pretty big with Isho there. Not exactly sure how much it is. Going to swing, let's see, into life. I'll go ahead and take. We get another 7-cost law. Just hoping I have enough counter to counter out of however he swings. I mean, if he loads everything on blocker, or on leader, I have our blocker, but there's a chance he might be trying to get some more cards out of my hand. So I assume that Virgo might be swinging this turn, which I think I have the counter for a Virgo swing. But it looks like 7, I think. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and block that to Dawn up. And if he attaches, yeah, if he attaches to like the Shigi here, we're okay. But he's gonna go ahead and pass. Making me think that he probably has 7-layer Igloo in his hand. Honestly, resting the Hody was pretty great, and I'm torn between searching out and trying to heal or just going for game. He does have a blocker on field, but yeah, we're gonna swing Caramel, just to be that guy. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 with Caramel. I'm probably gonna go 7, 7. And then 8, 9, 9 potentially. Judging by how I've split my Dawn, I think that's a decent choice. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, there's 7, 8. Gonna 10-layer Igloo and 1k minusing the 2 to the Law. I think we're still in a pretty decent spot. We'll go 8 with lead, and he'll go ahead and block. And then we'll go 7 with our 7 Law, and there is a Smoker in his hand. So, was that the cleanest game for me? I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's probably a couple things I could have done better. But it was a really fun game. I love playing as my buddy, and I'm happy that he's playing One Piece again, and, you know, letting me farm him for content. As I tell all my friends, you know, thanks for letting me farm you for content. Especially, you know, my friend Braden on the Nico Robin. You guys know we know the Nico Robin matchup, but yeah, that is going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
すぐに片付けますのでご安心を。おらー、これじゃあキリがねえ。